Chapter 1 of the book discusses the evolution of trading analysis methods and introduces the three main approaches: fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and mental analysis. In the beginning, fundamental analysis was the dominant method, but it had limitations in predicting market movements due to its inability to consider the influence of other traders' behavior and emotions. Technical analysis emerged as a viable alternative, focusing on observable and quantifiable behavior patterns in the market, which became a superior method for projecting price movements. The chapter highlights the shift towards mental analysis, where traders need to understand and manage their own trading psychology. Many traders struggle with the gap between their knowledge of the markets and their ability to profit consistently. Mental analysis addresses this psychological gap and aims to make trading as simple and stress-free as watching the market. The author emphasizes that successful traders think differently from others and have developed a unique set of attitudes that enable them to remain disciplined, focused, and confident despite the uncertainties of trading. They have learned to accept and embrace risk, which is a crucial trading skill. The chapter also discusses the four primary trading fears: fear of being wrong, fear of losing money, fear of missing out, and fear of leaving money on the table. These fears can lead to trading errors and hinder consistent results. The author argues that understanding and controlling one's perception of market information is essential for achieving consistent success in trading. In conclusion, Chapter 1 sets the stage for the book by highlighting the importance of mental analysis and the development of a trader's mindset. It suggests that success in trading requires more than just market analysis. It requires mastering one's own psychology and attitude towards risk and uncertainty. Chapter 2 of the book discusses the allure and dangers of trading. The chapter begins with a conversation between the author and an editor about why many people fail at trading. The author argues that people are often drawn to trading because it offers unlimited freedom of creative expression. But this freedom can also lead to psychological challenges. The chapter explores the concept of natural attractions and how individuals are naturally inclined to be curious and have unique interests. It highlights that conflicts can arise when societal expectations and restrictions clash with an individual's natural inclinations. The chapter also discusses the psychological impact of denied impulses from childhood and how they can lead to addictive or compulsive behaviors in adulthood. It emphasizes the importance of creating internal rules and boundaries for effective trading, even though traders may resist such restrictions due to a desire for freedom. Overall, Chapter 2 delves into the psychological aspects of trading, emphasizing the need for self-discipline and mental structure in a field where unlimited freedom can be both a gift and a curse. This section discusses several problems that traders often face. 1. Failure to take responsibility. Trading offers complete freedom of choice, but it also demands that traders take full responsibility for the outcomes of their decisions. Many traders struggle with this level of responsibility as they seek to avoid blame for unfavorable outcomes. Some resort to random trading, avoiding structured plans to evade responsibility. Random trading lacks discipline and prevents traders from learning consistently. 2. Addiction to random rewards. Studies with monkeys show that random rewards can lead to addictive behavior. Trading can offer unpredictable rewards, leading some traders to develop an addiction to these random outcomes. This addiction can hinder traders from implementing a disciplined approach. 3. External versus internal control. Individuals are often taught to manipulate and control their social environment to meet their needs and desires. However, trading occurs in a market environment that is not responsive to manipulation or control. Traders who have excelled in controlling their surroundings may struggle to adapt to trading's unique environment. Instead of trying to control the market, traders should focus on controlling their own behavior and interpretations to achieve consistent success. In essence, these problems highlight the psychological challenges that traders face when transitioning to a trading environment that demands personal responsibility, discipline, and adaptability to market dynamics. In Chapter 3, the following key points are discussed. 1. Taking responsibility. The chapter emphasizes that understanding and practicing the concept of taking responsibility is crucial for success in trading. This goes beyond mere words and involves a deep understanding of one's responsibility for their trading outcomes. 2. Shaping your mental environment. To become a consistently successful trader, you need to reshape your mental environment. This involves a willingness to learn, fueled by a passion for success. The medium for this transformation is your beliefs and attitudes. Your mental environment should be structured to eliminate fear and recklessness. 3. Importance of attitude. Attitude plays a fundamental role in trading success. Traders with a winning attitude can maintain a carefree state of mind, allowing them to act instinctively and make better decisions. The chapter highlights that attitude is often more critical than analytical skills in trading. 4. Dealing with loss. The chapter discusses how traders often react to losses emotionally, blaming the market for their pain. It stresses the importance of developing a positive attitude towards losses, accepting them as part of trading, and learning from them. 5. The role of experience. Novice traders can sometimes experience early success due to a lack of fear, but this doesn't necessarily indicate a winning attitude. True consistency comes from developing the right mindset over time, which includes managing losses and maintaining a positive attitude. Overall, the chapter underscores the importance of cultivating a winning attitude and taking full responsibility for one's actions and outcomes in trading. It emphasizes that trading success is not solely determined by market knowledge or technical skills, but by the trader's beliefs, attitudes, and ability to handle losses. This passage discusses the psychological aspects of trading and the importance of taking responsibility for one's actions and outcomes in the financial markets. It highlights several key points. 1. Parental and emotional influences. It suggests that some people may have grown up with immature or unreasonable parents or encountered emotionally disturbed individuals, which can impact their ability to take responsibility for their actions. 2. Victimization. It discusses how some individuals may victimize others, often cleverly, and make their victims believe they caused their own pain. 3. Trading is a zero-sum game. It emphasizes that trading is a zero-sum game, meaning one trader's gain is another's loss. Therefore, traders need to take responsibility for their trading decisions and not blame the market for their results. 4. Avoiding emotional biases. It warns against projecting emotions and desires onto the market and suggests that traders need to reconcile their emotional responses with market realities to avoid frustration, anger, and disappointment. 5. Taking responsibility. The passage emphasizes the importance of taking complete responsibility for one's trading outcomes. It suggests that success or failure in trading is primarily based on individual interpretations of market information and decisions made. 6. Boom and bust cycle. The text describes a common pattern among traders known as the boom and bust cycle. This cycle involves traders experiencing winning streaks followed by significant losses due to overconfidence or self-sabotage. 7. The market is a mirror. It stresses that the market merely reflects traders' attitudes and states of mind, rather than influencing them directly. Confidence or fear in trading comes from one's beliefs and alignment with market realities. Overall, the passage emphasizes the need for traders to understand themselves, manage their emotions, and take full responsibility for their trading decisions to achieve success in financial markets. In essence, this passage emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility for one's attitude and perspective in trading. It argues that blaming the market for unfavorable outcomes prevents personal growth and change. While gaining market knowledge is valuable, using it to avoid taking risks and shifting blame leads to a cycle of dissatisfaction and repeated mistakes. The text suggests that temporarily blaming the market shields traders from self-criticism, but ultimately hinders their progress. Leaving money on the table can be more painful than taking a loss because it highlights one's responsibility for their trading decisions. Developing a winning attitude, which involves taking complete responsibility for one's actions and attitudes, is crucial for success in trading. It concludes that traders should not expect the market to develop a winning attitude for them and should embrace the responsibility to improve their trading experience. This chapter delves into the concept of consistency in trading, emphasizing that trading success is not solely based on actions but on one's mindset and perspective. It questions why trading appears easy when one experiences winning trades yet becomes challenging over time. The text argues that achieving consistency and success in trading requires a specific state of mind, shaped by beliefs and attitudes. It highlights the need to develop a perspective that doesn't perceive market movements as threats, suggesting that fear and discomfort are often rooted in one's perception of risk. The chapter introduces the idea of accepting risk and how this plays a pivotal role in trading success. Accepting risk, it argues, means embracing the consequences of trades without emotional discomfort or fear. It proposes a thinking strategy that focuses on probabilities and edges, helping traders to reframe their relationship with the market. The chapter also mentions that becoming a consistently successful trader requires aligning one's mental environment and overcoming internal contradictions or conflicts related to risk and responsibility. It likens this process to fixing flawed software code, where small shifts in perspective can lead to significant improvements in trading performance. Overall, the chapter provides insights into the importance of mindset and perspective in trading and lays the foundation for understanding how to become a consistent and successful trader. Chapter 5 of the book, The Dynamics of Perception, discusses the importance of changing one's perspective and mental framework to improve trading success. The chapter highlights how market information is not inherently painful or threatening. Instead, it's our own mental framework that determines our perception and emotional response to it. Professionals in the trading world don't perceive market information as painful, and as a result, they can act without hesitation and enter the flow state. The chapter explores the dynamics of perception, explaining how everything in the external environment generates information about its properties, characteristics, and traits. This information can act as a force on our senses and gets transformed into electrical impulses stored in our mental environment as memories, distinctions, and beliefs. These mental components exist as structured energy, and they shape our perception and limit our awareness of available information. The text emphasizes that we have an unlimited capacity for learning, but our mental associations and learned distinctions can limit our perception. It illustrates this through an example of a child's fear of dogs after a negative experience with one dog. Our minds are wired to associate similar information, and the negative memory of the dog attack causes the child to perceive all dogs as threats, even friendly ones. The chapter delves into the power of association and explains how structured energy inside us can affect our perception and behavior. It illustrates the two-way flow of energy, both from the external environment and from our past experiences, and how they can create situations where we experience fear and emotional pain instead of joy or curiosity. Overall, Chapter 5 of The Dynamics of Perception underscores the importance of understanding how our mental framework and associations shape our perception and behavior, especially in trading and risk assessment. This passage describes a psychological phenomenon in which a person's past traumatic experiences can influence their perception of current situations. In this case, a boy who had a negative encounter with a dog in the past carries a sense of fear and foreboding related to dogs. When he encounters a new dog, his mind associates the sensory information he receives with the negative energy he feels inside himself, leading him to perceive the new dog as a threat, even if it is behaving normally. This process is referred to as projection. The passage then draws parallels between this psychological process and how traders may project their own fears and emotions onto market information, potentially affecting their decision-making. The author emphasizes the importance of recognizing and controlling these mental patterns to trade successfully. Chapter 6, titled The Market's Perspective, discusses the importance of a trader's perception of risk and belief in uncertainty. It emphasizes that a trader's recent trading experiences can influence their perception of risk, but successful traders learn to separate their current trading situation from past trades. The chapter introduces the uncertainty principle, which suggests that successful traders firmly believe in the uncertainty of market outcomes. The key points from this chapter include: 1. Trader perception of risk. A trader's perception of risk is often shaped by their recent trading experiences. The best traders learn to avoid being overly influenced by past trades and remain focused on the current trading situation. 2. Belief in uncertainty. Successful traders hold a strong belief that anything can happen in the market. They don't just suspect this, they genuinely accept it without internal conflict. This belief helps them avoid unrealistic expectations and stay open to market opportunities. 3. Making yourself available. traders should adopt a perspective that makes them open to all possibilities in the market, known and unknown. This mindset enables them to perceive hidden opportunities and stay free of rigid expectations. 4. The zone. Traders who embrace uncertainty can enter the zone, a state where they are in sync with the market's collective consciousness. This alignment allows them to anticipate market movements and react effectively. 5. Overcoming mental hurdles. Traders face two mental hurdles. First, they must learn to stay focused on the current trading moment. Second, they need to balance rational and creative thinking, trusting their intuitive impulses. 6. Market's fundamental characteristic. The chapter emphasizes that the market can exhibit an almost infinite range of behaviors, primarily driven by traders' beliefs about future price movements. 7. Understanding market forces. Price movement in markets depends on traders who believe prices will go up, traders who believe prices will go down, and those who are undecided. Imbalances between these groups lead to price changes. 8. Hidden variables. Numerous hidden variables, such as traders on the sidelines or those changing their positions, constantly affect market dynamics. The best traders acknowledge and account for these uncertainties. 9. Trading errors. Many traders fail to predefine risk, cut losses, or systematically take profits because they mistakenly believe they already know what will happen next in the market. 10. The power of belief. Beliefs about what is true and real strongly influence a trader's behavior. The chapter suggests that adopting the belief that anything can happen is crucial for success. 11. Thinking in probabilities. Successful traders train their minds to think in probabilities, recognizing that market outcomes are uncertain. This is a fundamental principle that traders need to integrate into their mindset. In summary, this chapter underscores the importance of embracing uncertainty, adopting the belief that anything can happen, and thinking in probabilities as essential elements of successful trading. It also highlights the need to overcome mental barriers and remain open to all possibilities in the market. In Chapter 7 of The Trader's Edge, Thinking in Probabilities, the author discusses the importance of thinking in probabilities for consistent success in trading. The chapter explores the paradox of how casinos consistently make profits from games with random outcomes, contrasting this with many traders who struggle to achieve consistency in the financial markets. The author emphasizes that even events with probable outcomes can yield consistent results if the odds are in one's favor, and there's a sufficient sample size. The chapter delves into the concept of two layers of belief: the micro level, where one acknowledges the uncertainty of each individual trade due to various unknown variables, and the macro level, where one believes in the overall predictability of the market based on known variables and edges. The author draws parallels between trading and gambling, particularly in games like blackjack, where the casino maintains a small edge over many hands. Thinking in probabilities is challenging because it requires accepting both uncertainty and predictability simultaneously. Successful traders, like casino owners and professional gamblers, focus on keeping the odds in their favor, execute trades flawlessly, and don't overly emphasize the outcome of individual trades. They understand that individual trade outcomes are uncertain, but over a large sample size, patterns emerge, leading to consistent results. The chapter also highlights the uniqueness of each moment in the market, emphasizing that no two moments are exactly the same due to the constant flow of known and unknown variables. Traders who grasp this concept can avoid unrealistic expectations, such as the need to be right on every trade, and are better equipped to handle the uncertainties of trading. The author shares a case study of a trader named Bob, who, despite understanding probabilities, struggled to achieve consistent returns because he couldn't fully embrace the uncertainty of individual trades. Bob's need to be right on every trade led to psychological conflicts and hindered his trading success. In conclusion, Chapter 7 of the book underscores the significance of thinking in probabilities for traders. It emphasizes the need to accept uncertainty, avoid unrealistic expectations, and maintain a probabilistic mindset to navigate the complexities of financial markets successfully. The passage discusses the importance of managing expectations in trading and how unrealistic expectations can lead to emotional distress. It highlights that expectations are based on what individuals believe to be true and how this affects their perception of market information. The text also emphasizes that our minds have built-in mechanisms to avoid emotional pain, which can lead to biased decision-making and missed opportunities in trading. The author suggests adopting a probabilistic mindset in trading, accepting that anything can happen, and neutralizing emotional risks by aligning expectations with the unpredictable nature of the market. This mindset allows traders to remain flexible and objective in their approach, making trading decisions based on probabilities rather than rigid expectations. Chapter 8 of the book Working with Your Beliefs focuses on integrating the 5 fundamental truths discussed in Chapter 7 into your mental approach as a trader. It emphasizes the importance of understanding beliefs, their influence on your perception, and how to develop the mental skills necessary for successful trading. The chapter starts by defining the problem traders face, highlighting that market patterns are essentially random due to the ever-changing group of traders involved. It explains how our beliefs and interpretations of market information can lead to emotional responses and impact our trading decisions. The key objectives for traders are outlined. 1. Making money is the ultimate goal, but trading isn't solely about profits. 2. Consistency is achieved through maintaining a carefree, objective state of mind. 3. Objectivity means having access to your knowledge about market behavior. 4. Making yourself available involves trading without preconceived agendas. 5. Trading in the now moment means avoiding associations with past experiences. The chapter then connects these objectives to the 5 fundamental truths about trading. 1. Anything can happen in the market due to unknown forces. 2. Predicting market movements is unnecessary for making profits. 3. Wins and losses follow a random distribution. 4. An edge indicates a higher probability, not certainty. 5. Each moment in the market is unique, requiring an open mindset. The author emphasizes that fully accepting the psychological realities of trading allows traders to accept the inherent risks. By doing so, they can eliminate painful interpretations of market data, maintain objectivity, and access their knowledge effectively. When traders stop trying to predict market moves and embrace the unknown, they enter a mental state referred to as the zone, allowing them to tap into the real-time opportunities presented by the market. In summary, Chapter 8 guides traders in understanding the role of beliefs in their trading psychology and outlines the mental skills required for success in the unpredictable world of trading. It stresses the importance of accepting uncertainty and embracing the uniqueness of each market moment to achieve consistent results. Chapter 9 discusses the nature of beliefs and their impact on trading. It emphasizes the importance of integrating 5 fundamental truths about trading as core beliefs, highlighting that it requires mental training. Beliefs are described as structured energy formed from sensory memories and language concepts. The chapter explains how beliefs shape our lives, affecting our perception, expectations, actions, and feelings. It presents a scenario of people ignoring free money offered on the street due to their belief that free money doesn't exist. The chapter concludes by discussing the subjective nature of beliefs and suggests that the truth is whatever works in achieving one's goals in a given situation. Chapter 10 of the book discusses the impact of beliefs on trading. It highlights the role of beliefs in shaping our behavior and responses to the external environment. The chapter outlines 3 primary characteristics of beliefs. 1. Beliefs resist change and tend to maintain their present form, even when faced with external pressure. 2. Active beliefs demand expression, influencing our thoughts and actions. 3. Beliefs continue to work in our mental environment, affecting us whether we are consciously aware of them or not. The author uses the example of a boy's fear of dogs to illustrate how beliefs can be transformed through experiences. When the boy has a positive experience with a dog, it begins to draw the negative energy out of his belief that all dogs are dangerous, gradually allowing him to overcome his fear and change his perception of dogs. The chapter also discusses the importance of creative thinking and how it can lead to creative experiences. These experiences may challenge existing beliefs and create a conflict between beliefs and desires. The resolution of this conflict depends on the energy dynamics of the beliefs involved. When beliefs align with desires, it becomes easier to act on them. In the context of trading, the chapter suggests that traders should aim to have beliefs aligned with the probabilistic nature of markets to reduce fear and anxiety during trading. Negative emotions in trading often stem from conflicting beliefs and expectations. Overall, the chapter emphasizes the role of beliefs in shaping our behavior and how understanding and managing these beliefs can lead to more effective trading. This passage discusses the role of beliefs in shaping our behavior and perception, both in trading and life in general. It highlights that our beliefs can operate at both conscious and subconscious levels, influencing our actions and reactions. In the context of trading, it emphasizes that one's self-valuation, or how much they believe they are worth or deserve, can significantly impact their success. Beliefs about self-worth, often acquired during childhood, can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors, such as lapses in focus or concentration, which can result in trading errors. The passage suggests that understanding and addressing these subconscious self-sabotaging beliefs is crucial for traders to achieve consistent success. It also highlights the importance of actively shaping one's beliefs to align with their goals, similar to how a child might adjust their belief about dogs based on new experiences. In summary, the passage underscores the significance of beliefs, both conscious and subconscious, in shaping our actions and perceptions, particularly in the context of trading and self-valuation. This chapter discusses the 3 stages of a trader's development and the importance of self-awareness and belief management in achieving consistent results in trading. 1. The mechanical stage. This stage involves building trust, executing a trading system flawlessly, thinking in probabilities, and establishing a strong belief in consistency as a trader. The focus is on creating a steadily rising equity curve with minimal drawdowns. 2. The subjective stage. In this stage, traders use their knowledge of market movement to make trading decisions. It offers more freedom but requires monitoring for trading errors related to self-valuation issues. 3. The intuitive stage, the most advanced stage, where traders rely on intuition. Intuition is spontaneous and not based on rational knowledge. It involves setting up a mental state conducive to receiving and acting on intuitive impulses. The chapter emphasizes the importance of acknowledging and learning from mistakes, even though the fear of making mistakes can be a significant barrier for traders. It discusses how beliefs about mistakes can influence a trader's behavior and suggests that developing a positive attitude towards mistakes can be crucial for growth. Additionally, the chapter outlines a process for self-monitoring and self-correction, which involves paying attention to thoughts, words, and actions, redirecting them toward the trading objective, and creating a mental framework consistent with one's trading goals. This process can help traders eliminate errors and align their behavior with their objectives. In summary, the chapter highlights the psychological aspects of trading, the development stages of a trader, and the importance of belief management and self-awareness in achieving consistent success. The text discusses the concept of self-discipline as a mental technique to redirect one's focus towards a goal or desire, particularly when it conflicts with existing beliefs. The author shares a personal experience of transitioning from inactivity to becoming a runner, highlighting the challenges and thought patterns encountered during the process. The text emphasizes the role of self-discipline in transforming one's beliefs and behaviors. Furthermore, it connects this concept of self-discipline to trading, suggesting that traders can use it to align their beliefs and behaviors with the goal of becoming consistent and successful traders. The author outlines 7 principles of consistency for traders and emphasizes the importance of desire and clarity in achieving consistency in trading. Finally, the text introduces an exercise for traders to view trading as a game of probabilities, comparing it to operating a casino. It encourages traders to develop a precise trading methodology with clear entry and exit criteria, with a focus on risk management and trend analysis. Overall, the text underscores the significance of self-discipline, desire, and a systematic approach in achieving success, both in running and in trading. The text discusses several key aspects of trading, including the challenge of taking profits and the importance of having a structured approach. It emphasizes the need to trade in sample sizes to assess the effectiveness of a trading system objectively. Additionally, it stresses the importance of accepting and managing risk in trading. One key point is that traders often struggle with taking profits, as they can't predict how far the market will move in their favor. The author suggests scaling out of winning positions and locking in profits as the market moves in their favor. The text also highlights the significance of trading in sample sizes, typically at least 20 trades, to evaluate the effectiveness of a trading strategy. This helps traders adapt to changes in market dynamics over time. Risk management is a crucial aspect, with traders advised to know and accept their potential losses in advance. The text suggests that traders should be comfortable with the total risk involved in a series of trades, even if they all result in losses. Finally, the text includes an attitude survey that prompts traders to reflect on their beliefs and behaviors in trading. Overall, the text provides insights into the psychological and strategic challenges of trading and offers guidance on how traders can develop a more disciplined and objective approach to trading.